Aero gutter guards keeps debris out and lets water in. Aero gutter guards are a professional grade gutter guard made of 304 stainless steel screen on a high flow louvered frame for maximum water flow. Aero's high-tech design is built for high performance and ultra-low maintenance that provides a lifetime of gutter and roof protection. To get the best performance from Aero gutter guards, there are several factors and installation techniques to consider before installing. This video will cover all that is required to get the best performance from Aero gutter guards. Safety. When installing Aero gutter guards, always make safety your top priority. Be sure all tools are working properly and safely and your work area is clean. Tools. The following tools are required to install Aero gutter guards correctly: a rechargeable drill, 1/2-inch self-tapping hex screws, a magnetic nut setter, aviation tin snips, and a ladder, preferably with a stabilizer. Installation types. There are two types of installation methods when installing Aero gutter guards: the Under the Shingle Method and the Fascia Install Method. In this video, we will be covering the Under the Shingle Method. Using the Under the Shingle Method, the rear of the gutter guard rail slides under the roof shingle and on top of the moisture barrier, or tar paper. The rear rail of the gutter guard is supported by the roof deck, while the front rail of the gutter guard is attached to the front lip of the gutter. The Under the Shingle Method typically provides enough of an angle on the gutter guard to allow debris to naturally self-clean or fall off on its own. Preparing your gutters. Begin by cleaning out all debris from your gutters, including your downspouts. Examine all gutter seams, making sure they are sealed. Make any required repairs to your gutters. We recommend using a general purpose cleaner to clean the outside of your gutters. Make sure that your gutters are completely dry before applying any sealant. Performance factors and determining the ideal target angle. There are 4 factors or criteria for a gutter guard to have top performance: the angle or slope of both the gutter guard and the roof shingle material, the distance or the length from the ridge top to the gutter, and the run, or the amount of water or rainfall the gutter guard will absorb. Ideally, the gutter guard will have the same angle as the roof. This will ensure the best performance under high stress conditions. Basic installation guidelines. Place your Aero gutter guards on the gutters, determining the gutter guard has equal the angle as the roof. It is recommended to install the inside and outside corners first, followed by filling in the straight sections in between those corners. Pre-cut inside miter and corner installation. Aero gutter guards come pre-cut to fit your inside and outside corners. To create an inside miter, find 2 inside corner pieces and ensure they join together properly, creating a corner. Using aviation tin snips, remove any excess pieces of screen or framing that prevent the 2 pieces from joining together smoothly. Place the rear of the gutter guard of one of these pieces between the shingle and the moisture barrier. Slide it all the way into the corner until it meets the rear of the gutter. Place the second piece of gutter guard on the other side of the gutter, placing the rear rail of the gutter guard under the shingle and on top of the moisture barrier. Slide the gutter guard towards the inside corner until the second gutter guard meets the first. Make sure they meet properly and have a secure fit. Next, fasten the gutter guard to the gutter using 1/2-inch hex screws. Finish the corner installation by applying a bead of silicone between the 2 gutter guards, ensuring no debris or foreign objects can get through. Inside high flow miter installation. To install the optional inside high flow miter, place the miter over your gutter, making sure it properly lays over the top. Determine where the back of your gutter is and roughly estimate on the miter where the back of it will meet the gutter. Mark the areas that are to be removed so the sides of the miter fit within the gutter. Next, remove any excess screen on the ends of the miter as well as the top piece that will be placed between the shingles and the water barrier. Place the rear of the miter between the shingles and tar paper, sliding the miter over and onto the gutter until it fits properly. Secure the lip of the miter to the gutter using 1/2-inch hex screws. Valley roof mounted diverter and inside gutter mounted diverters. In high flow situations, we recommend installing a diverter to help disperse the water. The diverter can be installed directly in the valley of the roof or on the gutter guard itself. To install the diverter on the roof, determine your left and right pieces. One at a time, place a small amount of silicone under each diverter. Place the proper diverter in the valley of your roof under the second shingle from the gutter. Place a second bead of silicone where the diverter and the roof meet. Make sure they are securely fastened to the roof and that they are placed in the right direction for proper water flow. To install the diverters directly to the gutter guard, place the right and left diverter directly on top of the gutter guard, placing the rear piece of the diverter on top of the mesh screen, but under the rear rail of the gutter guard, making sure it fits snug under the overhanging roof shingles. There should be 1 to 2 inches of gap between the diverters. Confirm the diverters are placed in the proper locations for correct dispersion of water. Using 1/2-inch hex screws, fasten the diverters directly to the gutter guard. Outside corner installation. Using the pre-cut outside corner pieces, place one of the pieces between the shingles and on top of the moisture barrier, sliding the section to the end of the gutter until it fits into place. Next, place the second piece of gutter guard between the shingles and tar paper, sliding the gutter guard into place until it meets and fits snug with the first gutter guard. Loosely fasten the gutter guard with 1/2-inch hex screws, leaving a little room for movement. You do not need to firmly secure the gutter guard to the gutter yet. Next, place the center trim piece over the corner of the gutter guards where the two pieces meet. Trim the outside edges to match the corner of your gutters. Remove any excess trim at the rear of the piece so that it lays cleanly over the top of the gutter guard with enough trim to be placed under the shingles. Next, slide the piece down until it meets the lip of the gutter guard. Using a piece of the removed trim, lift the top of the gutter guard lip and slide the piece of trim down between the lip and the screen of the gutter guard until both sides of the trim are securely under the lip of the gutter guard. Tighten the hex screws firmly to secure the gutter guard and trim piece to the gutter. Installing straight sections. To install straight sections of arrow gutter guards, place the rear rail of the gutter guard under the shingle and on top of the moisture barrier, sliding the gutter guard upwards until the front lip of the gutter guard meets the front lip of the gutter. Slide the new gutter guard towards the existing gutter guard pieces until they meet. Fasten the gutter guard to the gutter with 1/2-inch hex screws. When installing straight sections of arrow gutter guards, it is recommended to leave a 2-foot section open at the end. If for some reason you need to access your downspout, it is easier to remove the smaller 2-foot section versus the full length section. High flow straight sections. High flow straight sections are designed for areas where you have a higher than average flow of water. To install a high flow straight section, place the gutter guard over your gutter in the area you would like to install it. Determine the areas on the sides of the gutter guard mesh that do not fit into your gutter and remove those sections. Next, place the rear of the gutter guard between the roof shingles and the tar paper of your roof. Slide the gutter guard up and under the shingle until the lip of the gutter guard meets the lip of the gutter. Adjust the gutter guard until it fits properly onto the gutter. Attach with 1/2-inch hex screws. End cap installation. Place a section of arrow gutter guard next to the existing straight piece at the end of your gutter. Measure the gutter guard to fit just inside the lip of the gutter. Using tin snips, make a clean cut across the front lip, rear rail, and metal frame below the screen. Do not cut the mesh screen. You may have to flip the gutter guard over several times to properly cut through these pieces. Once you've cut through the lip, rear rail, and frame, cut the screen along the rear rail edge for several inches, away from the end of the gutter guard you will be using. Next, make a clean cut across the mesh screen and along the front lip of the gutter guard. This should give you several inches of extra mesh screen at the end of your gutter guard. Bend the extra mesh on both sides of the gutter guard down, creating a barrier at the end cap of your gutter. Make sure the gutter guard fits properly into place. This will seal off any access for debris. Fasten with 1/2-inch hex screws. Next, use a diverter to create an end piece cover. The end piece cover should fit over the end cap of your gutter and on top of your gutter guard. For the end cap cover piece to fit properly, it may be necessary to trim some of the gutter's existing end cap. Once the end cap trim piece fits flush, using a pen or pencil, mark on the trim piece where the back of the gutter is located when the trim piece is properly seated on the gutter guard. With tin snips, make a cut across only the top piece of the trim. Next, bend the trim piece at the cut, creating an end cap that covers both the end and the back of the gutter's end cap. Place the end cap trim piece over your gutter and gutter guard and tighten with 1/2-inch hex screws. End cap option. If you do not have an extra diverter and you purchase the optional trim pack, you can use a piece of the trim to create an end cap cover. To use a piece of the trim, place it at the end of your gutter. Line up the front of the trim piece with the front of your gutter. Using a pen or pencil, draw a line on the trim piece that follows the angle of your roof. Once you have created this line, add a 1/4 inch to the top of it and use this as your guide to cut along. Using tin snips, cut along this line all the way across the trim piece. Next, place the new trimmed piece of metal at the end of your gutter, making sure it will fit properly. Using a Malco hand seamer tool, find the line you drew with your pencil and clamp the Malco tool to the trim piece on that line. Gently begin to bend the trim piece up, creating a right angle. Next, place the newly bent trim piece over the end of your end cap and gutter guard, making sure it lines up properly. Using a pencil, mark on the new end cap piece where the back of the gutter is located. Create a small cut across the top of the end cap trim piece. Next, bend the trim piece at your mark, creating an end cap that will cover both the end and the back of the gutter's end cap. Make sure the trim piece fits properly and secure with 1/2-inch hex screws.